What do history books tell us? That humanity emerged from caves and gradually, step by step, developed an evolutionary story stretching from primitive humans to modern civilization. But what if the opposite of what you're told is true? What if there was a civilization 5,000 years ago that accomplished things we can't even do today? Today, I will show you the incredible secrets of ancient Egypt. And I guarantee, by the end of this video, your understanding of history will completely change. Did you say primitive? Then explain this. The Edwin Smith Papyrus is the world's oldest surgical handbook, dating back to 1600 BC. This document contains 48 different cases, anatomical terminology, and surgical treatment methods. It's the first medical text describing the brain, treatment of skull fractures, spinal injuries. But what's truly shocking is this. Ancient Egyptians performed brain surgery. They could open skulls and remove brain tumors. Do you know what instrument they used? Scalpels made of obsidian, even sharper than modern surgical knives. During the mummification process, they removed all the organs from the body and preserved them separately. The brain was extracted through the nose using special hooks. This is proof that they had an excellent understanding of the brain's anatomical structure. And furthermore, they performed heart surgeries. They used mold as an antibiotic. 3,000 years before the discovery of penicillin, they fitted prosthetic limbs. The wooden prosthetic foot displayed in the Cairo Museum is the oldest known prosthesis in history. Now ask yourself, how could the descendants of cavemen possess such advanced medical knowledge? But the greatest mystery of ancient Egypt is the massive structures that still stand. The pyramids. The Great Pyramid of Giza, 146 meters high, composed of 2.3 million stone blocks. Each block weighs an average of 2.5 tons. Some stones weigh 80 tons. Construction time? Just 20 years. Simple math. If they worked 12 hours a day, 365 days a year, they would have to place a 2.5-ton stone every 2 minutes, with perfect precision. The base of the pyramids is an almost perfect square. The margin of error? Only 58 millimeters along its 230-meter side. That's an error rate of 0.025%. How did they achieve this precision without modern laser measuring instruments? Even more interesting, the pyramid points precisely to true north. The deviation is only 3/60 of a degree, thousands of years before the invention of the compass. And the stones, granite blocks fit together so perfectly that you can't even put a knife between them. How did they cut these stones? With copper tools? Impossible. Copper is softer than granite. Even today, with our most advanced diamond saws and laser cutting machines, it's difficult to achieve that level of precision. So how did they do it? But the story gets even deeper, because the pyramids are not just piles of stones. They are a repository of mathematical codes. Do you know what you get when you divide the height of the Great Pyramid of Giza by its base circumference? The number pi, 3.14159. Look at the proportions of the interior chambers of the pyramids. A 3-4-5 triangle. The Pythagorean theorem. But remember, Pythagoras lived between 570 and 495 BC. The pyramids, on the other hand, were built around 2560 BC. Were they predicting the future 2,000 years in advance? Astronomical findings are even more astonishing. The three pyramids are aligned in exactly the same pattern as the belt stars of the Orion constellation. Is it a coincidence? The location of the Nile River matches the location of the Milky Way galaxy. The air vents of the Great Pyramid of Giza are precisely oriented towards specific stars: Thuban, the North Star at that time, Sirius, and Orion. These people were mapping not only their own planet, but the entire universe. Now, let's think back. What does official history tell us? That humanity transitioned to agriculture around 10,000 BC. That writing was invented around 3,500 BC. That the first civilizations were established around 3000 BC. And just 500 years later, bam! Egyptians are performing brain surgery using the number pi, doing astronomical calculations, and building perfect geometric structures 146 meters tall. Does that make sense? History shows us a straight line from primitive to advanced. But that wasn't the case in Egypt. It's as if civilization emerged all at once, completely advanced. Older dynasties had simple brick structures. Then suddenly, perfect pyramids. No trial and error. No stages of development. It's as if someone came along and said, "Look, this is how you're going to do it. How can this be explained?" Of course, academics have explanations. There were too many workers. Yes, but what about organization, logistics, coordination? There was enough time. Is 20 years really enough for 2.3 million stones? Simple tools and intelligence. Can granite be cut with simple tools? Some scientists propose ramp systems: internal ramps, external ramps, spiral ramps. But none of them have been proven. No ramp remains have been found. And the biggest question, why? Why should it be so perfect? Is this precision necessary for the pharaoh's tomb? Or is there another purpose? A message? A time capsule? Not 100% of the pyramids have been explored yet. It is thought that there are hidden chambers. In 2017, the Scan Pyramids project discovered a huge void above the Great Gallery. What's inside? Nobody knows. Now let's compare this to today. The world's tallest building, Burj Khalifa, 828 meters. A great achievement, but it took 6 years to build. With modern cranes, computer simulations, steel and concrete. The Giza Pyramid, 4,500 years ago, was built by hand in 20 years and is still standing. Today, we have GPS, computers, lasers, but we can't recreate the perfect orientation of the Great Pyramid of Giza. Our healthcare system is advanced, but we only discovered antibiotics in 1928. The Egyptians were using them 3,000 years ago. Perhaps progress isn't a straight line. Perhaps there are forgotten peak points in history.